Welcome back to our channel, coin enthusiasts. Today we're diving deep into the fascinating world of coin collecting and exploring a truly intriguing piece, the 1964 Monticello Jefferson nickel, specifically the version without a mint mark. If you've got one of these coins in fine condition with that mysterious green layer, you might be sitting on a hidden treasure. So grab your magnifying glasses and let's get started. The Jefferson nickel has been a cornerstone of American currency since 1938. Designed by Felix Schlag, the coin features a profile of President Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his iconic home, Monticello, on the reverse. In 1964, these nickels were produced in massive quantities due to increased demand, as the U.S. was phasing out silver coins. But what makes the 1964 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark so special? Let's break it down. If your 1964 Jefferson nickel doesn't have a mint mark, it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. While this is common for older coins, collectors pay attention to factors like condition, errors, and unique features that add value. But this coin isn't just about its lack of a mint mark, it's the green layer and its condition that set it apart. Have you noticed a greenish tint on your nickel? This is often caused by environmental factors like exposure to moisture or certain chemicals over time. Green layer, typically a form of oxidation, can either detract from or enhance a coin's value, depending on the collector's perspective. Some collectors see it as a sign of history, while others prefer their coins clean and untarnished. In the world of numismatics, condition is king. Fine condition, or F12 on the grading scale, means the coin has moderate wear, but retains clear details. For the 1964 Jefferson nickel, this condition is fairly common. However, if your coin has sharper details or unique features, its value could skyrocket. So, what's the big question on everyone's mind? How much is this coin worth? A 1964 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark in fine condition for coins with unique characteristics like errors or a notable green layer, collectors might pay $120,000 or even more. High-grade specimens in uncirculated condition can go for $130,000 at auctions. To determine your coin's value, follow these steps. Confirm there's no mint mark under Monticello. Check the condition. Look for clear details and minimal wear. Look for doubled die strikes, misaligned edges, or other anomalies. Assess the green layer. If present, does it enhance the coin's visual appeal or obscure details? Once you've done this, consider consulting a professional grader or using online resources. Ready to sell your coin? Here are some tips. Use a proper holder to prevent further oxidation. A certified grade adds credibility and can increase its value. Sell smart. Consider online marketplaces, local coin shops, or auctions to reach the right buyers. Remember, patience is key when selling collectible coins. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, the 1964 Monticello Jefferson nickel is a fascinating piece of history. Check your change, search your drawers, and you might uncover a valuable coin. Next up, we're diving into the fascinating world of coin collecting with an exceptional piece of American numismatic history, the 1964 D Monticello Jefferson nickel. This coin, with its unique brown and gray layered patina and fine condition, has captured the attention of collectors worldwide. Why is it so special? And what makes it a highly sought-after treasure in today's market? Let's find out. First, a little history. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. Its design, created by Felix Schlag, features Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his iconic Monticello estate on the reverse. The 1964 D nickel, minted in Denver, is part of a significant chapter in U.S. coinage history. This period marked the end of an era before the Coinage Act of 1965 brought significant changes to U.S. coin compositions. What makes this 1964 with D Jefferson nickel stand out? It's not just its historical context, but its unique appearance. Over time, this particular coin has developed a beautiful brown and gray patina, giving it a one-of-a-kind look. This natural oxidation process often adds character to coins, making them even more appealing to collectors. Coins with such distinctive features often hold greater value, especially when combined with other factors like condition, mint mark, and historical significance. This specific nickel, with its fine condition and distinctive patina, is a true gem in the eyes of collectors. Let's talk about the mint mark. The D on this coin signifies that it was struck at the Denver Mint. While millions of 1964 with D nickels were produced, finding one with such a unique aesthetic and fine condition is a rarity. When evaluating a coin like this, experts consider several factors: its condition, rarity, historical significance, and any unique features. This 1964 with D nickel, with its distinct patina and fine condition, ticks many of these boxes. In today's collector market, rare coins like this one can command significant value. While the exact price depends on demand and condition, similar coins have been known to sell for $220,000, sometimes even $255,000. A piece like this is more demanding coin. It's a slice of history and a testament to the artistry of early American minting. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting, the 1964 with D Monticello Jefferson nickel is a remarkable addition to any collection. Its unique brown and gray layers tell a story of age and preservation, making it a standout piece in the world of numismatics. So what do you think of this incredible coin? Do you have a unique Jefferson nickel or another rare piece in your collection? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Next up, we dive deep into a fascinating piece, the 1962 Jefferson nickel with the Denver D mint mark, a coin that collectors today value not only for its monetary worth, but for the story it tells. The Jefferson nickel has been a staple of American currency since its introduction in 1938. Designed by Felix Schlag, the obverse features a left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, while the reverse depicts his iconic estate, Monticello. The nickel was intended not just as currency but as a tribute to one of the nation's founding fathers and his legacy of architecture and innovation. The 1962 Jefferson nickel with the D mint mark was produced at the Denver Mint, one of the United States' key coin-producing facilities. The Denver Mint's reputation for precision and quality adds to the coin's appeal among collectors. What makes the 1962 with D Jefferson nickel special? While the design remained consistent with earlier years, the subtle nuances in the strike quality and the toning of this year's coin set it apart. This particular example, with a gray weave shade and fine condition, making it an attractive addition to any collection. Look closely at the Monticello engraving. On well-preserved nickels like this one, you can see the intricate architectural details of Jefferson's home. Coins in fine condition maintain their sharp lines and distinct features, elevating their desirability in today's collector market. While the Denver Mint produced millions of nickels in 1962, finding one in excellent condition with minimal wear and a unique patina is increasingly rare. The gray weave shade on this coin is a result of natural aging and environmental factors, creating a unique finish that sets it apart from others. In today's collector market, the value of a 1962 with D Jefferson nickel varies depending on its condition. A coin in fine condition with unique features like this one can be valued at significantly higher amounts. Depending on demand, these nickels can reach values ranging from $125,000 or more. Are you looking to add a 1962 with D Jefferson nickel to your collection? Here are some tips. Condition is key. Look for coins with minimal wear, clear Monticello details, and sharp edge lettering. Always buy from trusted dealers or auction houses to avoid counterfeits. Use protective cases to preserve the coin's unique patina and prevent further aging. And remember, every coin tells a story. The more you learn about the history and nuances of your coins, the more rewarding your collection will become. The 1962 with D Jefferson nickel is American history. Its unique features, rarity, and connection to Thomas Jefferson make it a gem in the world of numismatics. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting your journey, this coin is a testament to the timeless beauty of American currency. Next up, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of rare and antique coins, and we have a true gem for you, the 1960 with D Monticello Jefferson nickel. This is no ordinary nickel. This particular piece has a unique story to tell. With its fine condition, distinctive yellow spots on Jefferson's chest, and historical value, it's a treasure that every numismatist dreams of owning. So, buckle up as we explore the origins, features, and collector's value of this one-of-a-kind coin. The Jefferson nickel has been a staple of U.S. currency since its introduction in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. Designed by Felix Schlag, this coin features the iconic profile of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his beloved Monticello estate on the reverse. But the 1960 with D. Jefferson nickel holds a special place in history. Struck at the Denver Mint, this coin came at a time when America was on the brink of major cultural and political shifts. The 1960s were a transformative decade, and every coin minted during this period carries a piece of that history. What makes the 1960 with D. Jefferson nickel even more intriguing are the unique characteristics that set it apart from its peers. This particular 1960 with D. Jefferson nickel stands out for several reasons. First, the D mint mark, located to the right of Monticello on the reverse, signifies that it was minted in Denver. But what truly sets this coin apart are the yellow spots visible on Jefferson's chest. These yellow spots are not just a result of aging but a chemical reaction that occurred during the coin's lifespan, giving it a unique patina. This natural occurrence has made the coin highly sought after by collectors, as it adds an element of uniqueness and rarity. The condition of a coin plays a crucial role in determining its value. This 1960 with D. Jefferson nickel is in fine condition, meaning it shows moderate wear but retains most of its original details. Collectors often use the Sheldon scale to grade coins, and this piece scores well for its age. When assessing the condition of this coin, pay attention to the sharpness of Jefferson's profile, the clarity of the Monticello details, and the unique yellow spots, which enhance its character and value. In today's collector market, unique coins like this 1960 with D. Jefferson nickel can fetch impressive prices. While the average Jefferson nickel from 1960 made this specific piece, with its distinctive features and fine condition, is valued much higher. Depending on the buyer, it could range anywhere from $135,000. Collectors love a good story, and this coin has one. Its rarity, combined with its historical significance and unique yellow spots, makes it a must-have for anyone building a Jefferson nickel collection. Auctions and online marketplaces are great places to find similar coins, but be prepared to compete with other passionate collectors. Now, if you're looking to add a 1960 with D. Jefferson nickel to your collection, here are a few tips. Always buy from reputable dealers or get the coin authenticated by a professional grading service. Look for unique features like the yellow spots and ensure the coin is in good condition. To preserve its value, keep your coin in a protective case and avoid exposure to moisture or extreme temperatures. Following these tips will ensure that your investment in this piece of history is protected. So there you have it, the story of the 1960 West U at Monticello Jefferson nickel with its unique yellow spots. It's a tangible piece of American history, a testament to the craftsmanship of the U.S. Mint, and a prized possession for collectors worldwide. Next up, we're diving into one of the most intriguing coins in American history, the Monticello Jefferson nickel from 1964. But not just any 1964 nickel. This one has no mint mark, a gray shade, and is in very fine condition. We'll explore what makes this coin so unique, its history, and why it holds such significant value in today's collector's market. Stick around because you won't want to miss this fascinating look at a true American relic. Let's start by taking a close look at the coin itself. This is a 1964 Monticello Jefferson nickel, but it's not like your everyday nickel. For starters, it doesn't have a mint mark. That's right, no mint mark on this coin means it was likely produced at the Philadelphia Mint. In 1964, Philadelphia coins were often released without mint marks, unlike coins from the Denver or San Francisco mints that would have the D or S marks. The absence of the mint mark isn't the only thing that makes this coin special. What's even more striking about this particular piece is its gray shade. A nickel in this color might appear unusual, and it suggests this coin has spent quite a bit of time in circulation, but it hasn't been overly worn down. It's important to remember that a coin's color can tell us a lot about its age, preservation, and the environment it's been in. Now, you might be wondering, why is this coin from 1964 so valuable? Let's step back in time and take a brief look at the history of the Monticello Jefferson nickel to understand why this piece is so sought after by collectors. In 1938, the U.S. Mint began issuing the Jefferson nickel, featuring a portrait of President Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, designed by Felix Schlag. The reverse, however, went through a major redesign in 1938, with the depiction of Jefferson's Virginia home, Monticello. The Monticello design, in particular, became iconic, symbolizing not only Jefferson's legacy, but also American history. Over the years, the Monticello Jefferson nickel has gone through several iterations and was struck in various years, including the year 1964. 1964 was an important year in American numismatics. The coinage of this year was made in the midst of significant economic change, with the nation just beginning to move away from the silver standard. But it's not just about the year or the design. This particular coin is valuable because it's in very fine condition. A coin that's graded in this category still shows some wear, but the details are visible, and the coin retains much of its original beauty. Let's take a moment to talk about what very fine condition means. In numismatics, coin condition is everything. The grading scale goes from good to mint state, with many variations in between. A coin in very fine condition is one that has been circulated, but all the major details are still visible. Coins in very fine condition are sought after because they're a perfect balance between being an original, circulated coin and one that has historical significance. And when you consider the rarity of the 1964 Monticello Jefferson nickel, things start to get interesting. Now let's talk about the market value of this particular coin. The value of coins can fluctuate based on many factors: rarity, condition, demand, and historical context. The 1964 Monticello Jefferson nickel without a mint mark is already considered rare by collectors. When you add the fact that this coin is in very fine condition and has a distinct gray shade, it becomes even more desirable. Looking at the current collector market, this coin could be worth anywhere from $90,000 in very fine condition, depending on its specific qualities and the demand at the time. However, coins like this one, especially if they are in higher grades or possess unique characteristics like gray shade very fine condition coin, can be worth $100,000. Some dealers and collectors have been known to pay over $120,000 for a piece like this, depending on the buyer's interest. So why the high value? Well, there are a couple of reasons. First, the 1964 Monticello Jefferson nickel was made in huge numbers, but because of the absence of a mint mark, it's considered rarer than its counterparts from Denver or San Francisco. Second, the gray shade tells us this coin hasn't been exposed to heavy environmental factors like rust or dirt, which preserves its details and makes it more appealing to collectors. Combine that with the coin's historical value, and you have a piece that can fetch a pretty penny. Now, if you're looking to add a 1964 Monticello Jefferson nickel to your collection or sell one, you'll want to make sure that you properly assess its condition and rarity. If you think you might have a valuable piece, consider having it professionally graded by a reputable service like the Professional Coin Grading Service. Here's a tip: if you find one of these coins in mint state or even higher grades, the value could skyrocket. Some of these coins, especially those in exceptional condition or with other unique characteristics, if you come across one of these rare pieces in your pocket change or in a collection, make sure to hold on to it or get it appraised. One thing's for sure, the 1964 Monticello Jefferson nickel without a mint mark, in very fine condition with that distinct gray shade, is a true treasure for coin collectors. It's a piece of history, a symbol of a time when the U.S. Mint was still churning out coins by hand, and a potential goldmine for those who know how to spot the rare finds. Next up, we're diving into one of the most fascinating and rare finds in the world of numismatics: the 1964 Monticello Jefferson nickel, complete with an intriguing demint mark error. This coin, though often overlooked, has earned a special place in the hearts of collectors worldwide. But what makes this particular 5-cent piece so valuable, and why is it commanding a much higher price in today's collector market? Stick around as we explore the incredible history and value of this antique gem. Before we dive into the specifics of the 1964 Monticello nickel, let's take a quick look at the background of the Jefferson nickel series, which has been a staple of American currency since 1938. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, designed by Felix Schlag. The obverse features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, while the reverse showcases Monticello, Jefferson's home in Virginia. This iconic design pays tribute to Jefferson's legacy and his contributions to American history. For over 8 decades, the design of the Jefferson nickel has undergone various changes. but the Monticello building has remained a hallmark of the series. But in 1964, something truly unique and unexpected happened. A rare minting error that would captivate the attention of collectors for years to come. Now let's focus on the 1964 Monticello Jefferson nickel itself, specifically the error variety that has collectors buzzing the 1964 nickel with the D mint mark error. Typically, coins struck at the Denver Mint carry a D mint mark indicating their place of origin. However, for reasons that are still a bit of a mystery, some 1964 Jefferson nickels were struck with the D mint mark in an unusual location or with an incorrect engraving. This misplacement or inconsistency in the minting process resulted in a rare error, which has significantly contributed to the coin's desirability and market value. This specific error creates a distinctive and fascinating feature on the coin, adding a layer of rarity that makes it a must-have for serious collectors. These D mint mark error coins can be spotted by careful examination of the mint mark, which may appear doubled, overlaid, or simply misaligned. The more pronounced the error, the higher the coin's value. Another key factor in the value of a 1964 Monticello Jefferson nickel is its condition. Coins are graded based on their wear and tear, with various systems used to determine how much life the coin has lost over the years. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. Coins in fine condition are considered to be in excellent shape, though they may show some signs of wear. The details of the design, such as Jefferson's portrait and the Monticello building, are still clearly visible, but may have slight smoothing. For a 1964 nickel to be in fine condition, it means that it has been preserved well, retaining much of its original sharpness and detail. Now, if the coin is in fine condition, combined with the rare D mint mark error, you've got a real gem on your hands. These factors make the coin far more valuable than its standard 5-cent face value. Let's talk about the value of the 1964 Monticello Jefferson nickel today. In the world of coin collecting, error coins have long been known to fetch premium prices. As interest in these rare finds continues to grow, the 1964 nickel with the D mint mark error is commanding impressive amounts at auctions and from private collectors. Depending on the severity of the error, the condition of the coin, and the interest of potential buyers, a 1964 Jefferson nickel with this error can set you back $500. In particular, coins that have been graded by professional grading services, such as the Monticello, tend to fetch higher prices due to the added credibility and assurance of their authenticity. 1964 nickel in fine condition with a pronounced D mint mark error could easily sell for anywhere between $125,000 at auction. If the error is especially prominent or the coin is in near perfect condition, it could go for much more. Collectors and investors alike are keen on these types of coins, not just for their historical value, but because of their potential for significant returns. So why should you as a collector consider adding the 1964 Monticello Jefferson nickel with the D mint mark error to your collection? For one, it's a rare piece of history. The 1964 nickel, struck at a pivotal time in U.S. coinage, represents an important era in American numismatics. Coupled with the error mint mark, it's a fantastic example of how even the smallest mistake can result in something truly unique. Additionally, the coin's value in the collector market has steadily increased, making it not just a valuable addition to your collection, but a potential investment. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a beginner, the 1964 Monticello nickel with the D mint mark error is one of those hidden treasures that could pay off in ways you never expected. From its historical significance to its rare mint mark error, the 1964 Monticello Jefferson nickel is a coin that stands out in the world of numismatics. Whether you're looking to add a piece of American history to your collection or are searching for an investment opportunity, this coin is sure to impress. If you happen to stumble upon one, don't let it slip through your fingers. This unique error coin is a true gem in the eyes of collectors. Next up, we're diving deep into a very special coin, the 1962 Monticello Jefferson nickel with the D mint mark, featuring a golden layer. This particular coin, in very fine condition, has been growing in demand and value in the collector market. So, what makes it so unique? Let's find out. First, let's start with the basics of the 1962 Jefferson nickel. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, and it's been a staple in American currency ever since. This coin features the likeness of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, designed by Felix Schlag and Monticello Jefferson's iconic home. On the reverse, while the 1962 date might not initially sound like a major year for the series, there are some important things that set it apart, especially if you have a version with D mint mark and golden layer. Now, let's talk about the mint mark. The D stands for the Denver Mint, which was one of the primary locations where U.S. coins were struck. While this mint mark is relatively common for nickels of this era, it still plays a key role in determining rarity and value. What really makes the 1962 Monticello Jefferson nickel with the D mint mark stand out is the golden layer that some of these coins have. Note, this isn't a standard feature of all 1962 nickels, but rather a specific phenomenon where the coin may have been gold-plated at some point in its life. Gold plating could have been added for various reasons, including as a promotional item or a special collector's edition. Gold-plated coins were often produced by private companies or mints as part of a limited run to enhance their appeal to collectors. While these coins were not originally issued by the U.S. Mint in gold, the added layer of gold makes them visually striking and in some cases more desirable to certain collectors. It's important to note that the gold plating can sometimes affect the coin's surface and condition. In some cases, a gold-plated coin may show signs of wear or scratching, which can impact its value. However, the presence of the gold layer is what gives this particular nickel its charm and boosts its desirability in the collector market. Another key factor when determining a coin's value is its condition. Coins are graded on a scale, and the term very fine is an important one to understand. If a coin is in very fine condition, it means that it has minimal wear and tear, with the main features and details still clearly visible. In the case of the 1962 Monticello Jefferson nickel, a coin that falls into the very fine category would typically have a well-defined obverse and reverse. You'll still be able to make out the intricate details of Jefferson's portrait and Monticello, but you might notice slight wear on the highest points of the coin. This level of preservation makes it far more valuable than a coin in, say, good or fine condition. So, let's get to the big question. How much is this coin worth today? The value of any coin depends on a variety of factors, including rarity, demand, and condition. 1962 Jefferson nickel, when you start adding elements like the gold layer and a very fine condition, the value can skyrocket. Depending on the specific market and demand, this coin could range anywhere from $110,000 and even higher for coins that have been authenticated and verified as gold-plated. In recent years, we've seen an increase in the value of these types of coins, especially among collectors looking for unique, historical pieces. The demand for rare coins like the 1962 Jefferson nickel with a golden layer is climbing, and this trend may continue as more collectors seek to add these distinctive pieces to their collections. Now that we know how valuable this coin could be, how do you know if your 1962 Jefferson nickel is a true golden layered treasure? The first step is to carefully inspect the coin. You'll want to look for the obvious golden sheen and see if it appears to have been applied post-production. Next, it's essential to have your coin authenticated. There are third-party grading services that can assess the coin's condition and verify the gold layer. Authentication not only confirms the authenticity of the coin, but also helps you understand its true market value. So, there you have it. The 1962 Monticello Jefferson nickel with a D mint mark and golden layer is a rare and valuable piece in the coin collector market today. Next up, we're going to take a deep dive into a very special and somewhat rare piece in the world of numismatics, the 1960 Monticello Jefferson nickel with the D mint mark, featuring an incredible set of unique characteristics. You may have come across this coin in your collection, or perhaps it's the very reason you're interested in the fascinating world of coin collecting. But there's more to this coin than meets the eye. From its historical significance to its distinct yellow spots and layer, this coin is far from ordinary. Stick around as we explore the remarkable details of this fine-condition piece and its growing value in today's collector market. Before we get into the details of the 1960 Monticello Jefferson nickel, let's take a moment to appreciate its historical roots. The Monticello nickel, part of the Jefferson series, was first introduced in 1938 to honor Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States. Designed by Felix Schlag, the obverse of the coin features a left-facing portrait of Jefferson. The reverse, however, is where the story gets particularly interesting. It depicts Jefferson's famous estate, Monticello, located in Virginia, Jefferson's home, and a symbol of his legacy. The 1960 Monticello Jefferson nickel carries forward this theme, honoring the memory of Jefferson's vision for America. But by the time 1960 rolled around, the design had been in circulation for over 2 decades, with only a few changes in its production. But what makes the 1960 coin truly intriguing is its unique features, especially those yellow spots we mentioned earlier. Let's take a closer look at the coin. On the obverse, we see Jefferson's portrait, which remained largely unchanged since its inception. The coin carries the inscription, Liberty, across the top, with In God We Trust under his bust. The date 1960 is placed on the bottom, and the mint mark D appears to the right of Jefferson's neck. Speaking of the mint mark, this particular 1960 coin features D, indicating it was minted at the Denver Mint. This is important because the minting location can influence the rarity and value of a coin, with coins minted at certain locations sometimes being rarer than others. On the reverse, we see Monticello, Jefferson's iconic home, with the inscription Monticello above it, and deplorable situation under each of the massive statues that ring the banner. Beneath the building are the words 5 centuries, with United States of America encircling the bottom. Now, here's where things get more interesting. If you've examined this coin closely, you may have noticed something unusual, with distinct yellow spots on the obverse and a yellowish layer on the reverse. These yellow spots are a result of a phenomenon known as toning, a chemical reaction between the metal and the atmosphere over time. The reaction causes the metal's surface to change color, and in this case, it's led to the development of these yellow hues. The toning effect can be quite striking, and it can add an extra layer of intrigue for collectors. It's important to note that toning can sometimes affect the value of a coin, but it can also enhance its beauty and uniqueness. Toning is often a sign of age, and the patina created by this process can sometimes make a coin even more desirable to collectors. Now, let's talk about the coin's condition. You'll often hear terms like fine condition or grade when referring to coins, but what does this actually mean? In numismatics, coin grading is a precise and standardized method of determining the wear and tear on a coin, which directly influences its value. The term fine condition typically refers to a coin that has some noticeable wear but still retains most of its original details. On a 1960 Monticello Jefferson nickel, you'll see that the features are still sharp, but the coin has seen some circulation. The surface will show moderate signs of wear, but the coin isn't heavily damaged or worn down. While it's not in perfect, uncirculated condition, a fine condition coin still holds significant value, especially when it has such unique features like the yellow spots and layer. These traits make it stand out, even among other well-preserved coins. So you might be wondering, what's this coin worth in today's collector market? The value of a 1960 Monticello Jefferson nickel can vary depending on a number of factors: its condition, its toning, and, of course, the demand from collectors. 1960 Jefferson nickel in fine condition, especially one with unique features like yellow toning or spots, the value can increase significantly. Some collectors are willing to pay premium prices for coins with exceptional toning, as it's considered a rare characteristic that can add visual appeal to a collection. Depending on the rarity of the toning, a 1960 Monticello Jefferson nickel in fine condition could fetch anywhere from $130,000 or more at auction. Why is this coin so desirable to collectors? Well, it's a combination of factors. The 1960 Monticello Jefferson nickel is a piece of American history, as it honors one of the nation's most influential presidents. Add to that the rare and intriguing yellow toning, and you've got a coin that catches the eye of seasoned collectors and new enthusiasts alike. Collectors often seek out coins with unique characteristics, be it a rare minting error, an unusual toning pattern, or simply a historical connection. The 1960 Monticello Jefferson nickel with D mint mark and these striking features has certainly earned its place as a hidden gem in the world of coin collecting. In conclusion, the 1960 Monticello Jefferson nickel is much more than just a 5-cent coin. With its historical significance, fine condition, and unique toning features, it stands as a prime example of how even the most common coins can become treasures over time. Next up, we're diving deep into the Monticello Jefferson nickel from 1989 with the P Mint mark, a truly unique coin that's making waves in today's collector's market. If you're wondering whether this nickel is just another coin or if it has real value, stay tuned, because we're going to uncover everything about it, from its fascinating history to its current worth in today's market. First, let's start with a little history lesson. The Monticello Jefferson nickel has been a staple in American coinage since its debut in 1938. Designed by Felix Schlag, the coin features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, on the obverse. But what makes the Monticello Jefferson nickel from 1989 so intriguing? Well, there are several key factors that make this specific year and minting stand out. Now, the obverse shows a profile of Jefferson, and on the reverse we have Monticello, his Virginia home. The 1989 Jefferson nickel, just like others, carries this same familiar design. However, what really piques the interest of collectors is the condition and the specific minting characteristics of this year. So let's talk about the P Mint mark. If you look closely at your coin, you'll notice a small P near the bottom of the obverse. This stands for the Philadelphia Mint, which is one of the most historically significant mints in the United States. The 1989 P Mint mark on the Jefferson nickel is one of the most common, but there's something about the combination of this mint mark with the gray layer fine condition that makes this coin a true collector's item. Now you might be wondering, why is this important? Well, the P Mint mark denotes that this coin was produced in Philadelphia, but more importantly, the condition of the coin can dramatically affect its value. The gray layer condition we're talking about here is one of the less common and more sought-after states in which you can find this particular nickel. So what do we mean by gray layer fine condition? When you come across a coin in fine condition, it typically means the coin shows some wear and tear, but not to the extent that it's completely worn down or heavily damaged. However, the gray layer aspect is where it gets interesting. A gray layer condition refers to a coin that has a light grayish tint or discoloration that can happen over time due to factors like oxidation, environmental exposure, or even handling. While this may seem like a negative, it can actually add character and rarity to a coin, especially if it's been preserved carefully over the years. The gray layer fine condition typically indicates that the coin has been well preserved but not overly polished or cleaned, which is key for collectors. Some collectors actually prefer coins in this natural state because it retains more of its authenticity and charm, adding to its overall market value. Now, the million-dollar question. What's the value of the 1989 Monticello Jefferson nickel with the P Mint mark in gray layer fine condition today? Well, let's break it down. The average value of a 1989 Monticello Jefferson nickel in the unique gray layer fine condition, the coin can command significantly higher prices. Some well-preserved specimens have been known to sell for anywhere from $135,000, depending on the degree of wear, the grading, and whether the coin has been properly authenticated. Interestingly, coins in higher grades, such as uncirculated or MS65 or higher, could potentially fetch a higher price, sometimes even up to $140,000 or more. The rarity, condition, and demand for the 1989 P Mint marked coin can make it a highly desirable item for serious collectors. Okay, so now you know that there is real value in the 1989 Monticello Jefferson nickel, but how do you know if your coin is worth a significant amount? Let's go over a few things to look for when assessing your coin's value. First, check the condition carefully. As we discussed, gray layer fine condition is ideal, but you want to ensure that the coin's features are still visible. Look for any major scratches, discolorations, or damage. Any imperfections will lower the value, but slight wear that doesn't compromise the overall integrity of the design can still preserve value. Next, look for any unusual characteristics or errors. While the 1989 Monticello Jefferson nickel doesn't have any major known errors, some rare variants, like coins with unusual die marks or misplaced minting details, can skyrocket in value. Lastly, authentication is crucial. You want to ensure that your coin is genuine, and there are a variety of professional coin grading services that can verify its authenticity and provide you with a grade. A certified coin in top-notch condition can fetch much more than an uncertified one. If you're looking to buy or sell a 1989 Monticello Jefferson nickel, there are a number of great resources out there for collectors. Coin shops, online auctions, and even numismatic conventions are great places to find these rare coins. Websites and heritage auctions also feature rare coin listings where you can get a sense of the market value. Before you make a sale or purchase, it's always wise to do a bit of research. Compare listings, check the coin's condition, and make sure you're getting a fair deal. So, is the 1989 Monticello Jefferson nickel with the P mint mark in gray layer fine condition a coin worth holding onto? Absolutely. With its unique characteristics, historical significance, and potential for higher value in the collector's market, it's a must-have for any serious coin enthusiast. If you have one of these coins in your collection, or if you're thinking about adding one, make sure to give it the attention it deserves. Next up, we're diving deep into a rare and unique piece that has been captivating collectors for decades, the 1963 Monticello Jefferson nickel. Now, you may be wondering, what makes this coin so special? Well, we're about to explore the history, rarity, condition, and why this coin could be worth a big fortune in today's collector's market. So, sit back, relax, and let's uncover the story of this incredible 5-cent piece. Before we dive into its value, let's take a step back in time to understand where the 1963 Monticello Jefferson nickel fits in the larger history of American coinage. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, designed by renowned artist Felix Schlag. The coin features two sides that honor Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States. The obverse showcases Jefferson's portrait, and the reverse displays Monticello, his iconic Virginia home. This design was introduced after the U.S. Mint sought to replace the Buffalo nickel, which had been in circulation since 1913. The Jefferson nickel was meant to symbolize the nation's pride in its history and its founding fathers. But what makes the 1963 version particularly interesting? The reverse side of the Jefferson nickel prominently features Monticello, Jefferson's estate in Charlottesville, Virginia. This stunning neoclassical structure was the home of one of America's most famous founding fathers and an architectural masterpiece designed by Jefferson himself. The building was completed in 1809, and it continues to be a symbol of American history. In 1963, the Monticello design on the Jefferson nickel was relatively unchanged since its initial release in 1938. But what makes these coins from the early 60s particularly intriguing? Well, it has a lot to do with their production and the state of the coin when it enters the collector's market. Now, if you've ever come across a 1963 Monticello Jefferson nickel, you may have noticed something peculiar, a dark gray layer. This layer is often mistaken for wear and tear, but in fact, it is a unique characteristic of some of these coins. The dark gray appearance is actually the result of a layer of tarnish or oxidation that can form on the coin's surface over time. This phenomenon typically happens when a coin has been exposed to air, moisture, or chemicals for prolonged periods. While tarnishing may seem like a flaw to the untrained eye, it can actually increase the value of the coin if it's rare enough. When it comes to coin collecting, condition is everything. The term fine on a coin's grade refers to the level of wear and the details that are still visible. A fine 1963 Monticello Jefferson nickel will show some signs of use, but the primary features, Jefferson's profile and the Monticello building, will remain sharp and legible. However, the value of a coin is heavily influenced by its grade. Even in a fine condition, a 1963 Jefferson nickel with a dark gray tarnish can still hold significant value, depending on its rarity. So, what makes the 1963 Monticello Jefferson nickel rare? For one, it's the year. Coins from this era were minted in large quantities, but over time, many of them were lost, circulated, or melted down for their copper content. This has left a limited number of these coins still in circulation today. Additionally, some 1963 nickels are considered rare due to their unique characteristics, such as their specific tarnish or dark gray layer. These coins have a special look that collectors covet, but rarity doesn't always guarantee high value. The demand for these coins plays a major role in determining their worth. Now let's talk about what everyone wants to know. How much is a 1963 Monticello Jefferson nickel worth? Well, the value of this coin can vary depending on several factors, such as its grade, condition, and the presence of unique characteristics. like that dark gray tarnish in general. A 1963 Jefferson nickel in higher grades, especially when it has the unique tarnishing and a well-preserved Monticello design, this coin can fetch much more. Some collectors may pay anywhere from $150,000 or more for a well-maintained piece. Now, if you're looking to spot a valuable 1963 Monticello Jefferson nickel in your collection or in a coin shop, here are a few tips. Examine the coin closely. Is Jefferson's profile clear? Is Monticello visible in fine detail? The better the condition, the higher the potential value. The dark gray layer can be a sign of a unique coin, but don't mistake normal wear for tarnish. If you believe you have a rare or high-value coin, have it professionally graded by a trusted service. A certified grade can increase the coin's value in the marketplace. Mint marks on coins from different locations can also affect value. And there you have it, the story of the 1963 Monticello Jefferson nickel. For collectors, it holds a special place. Whether you're new to the hobby or a seasoned numismatist, the 1963 Jefferson nickel offers a glimpse into America's past, with a dash of intrigue and a hint of mystery. It's about the history, the artistry, and the passion that comes with collecting. If you happen to stumble upon one of these rare Monticello nickels in your collection, take a moment to appreciate the craftsmanship and the story behind it. Thank you for watching today's deep dive into the 1963 Monticello Jefferson nickel. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more coin collecting tips and history lessons. We'll see you next time with another rare piece of numismatic history.